evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Awesome. Awesome. First off, I heard one of the instructors said about FET and the whole with the suits and everything. I already got my blazer ready, so you got to go ahead and jump on the train with us. So I hope you make sure you go and jump on that. Once again, my name is Michael Johnson. I do count an honor and privilege to be here with you all. I did make a statement to my drama class. I said one reason why I did jump into this class is not just to kind of open up a field of acting or anything, but I like connecting with people who are passionate about what they do, because passion is contagious. And we have a room full of people who are passionate about what they do, whether it's in school, whether it's in their businesses, organizations. We're passionate about what they do, and passion is contagious. And that's really kind of the concept that I had when I come to jumping into YEP program. I saw a card on the side at the City College, and it just immediately there was something that reignited in my heart to do what I'm actually trying to do now. In a sense, really, it started off with a dream, a thought, an idea, but then I sat on it. And a majority of you all can testify, or you've been there in that position where you had an idea, a great idea, you wanted to run with it, but you didn't have any resources or tools to run and go forth, and so you just kind of went to sleep on it. But the thing about, like I said, passion being contagious, I don't count it coincidence that I went into the door and I connected with the small group of people who was there, and I appreciate all those who are here, Travis Buchanan, Brian, and all those, the caterer, and everyone here. I just appreciate that for it. The mayor, he said something interesting that kind of sat in my heart. He said, it's funny how we kind of focus in on our negatives. He always talked about him having a stuttering problem. He more identified the problem, but notice how we connected with him by his solution. The solution wasn't the issue of his stuttering, but the fact of influence. John Maxwell, if I can get it right, help me out, Karina, but he says leadership is nothing more than influence. Nothing more, nothing less. And if anything I really want to be known by with this organization, I don't have the typical business as far as making a dollar, but I want to be known by my influence. I want people to be able to see me and not even be moved based off who Michael Johnson is, but who I represent. And I really want to duplicate this type of desire to be passionate about other people. And that's really kind of a business model. This is in a business model of people. It's not as far as exploiting anything, but really just kind of connecting other young men together. So the business title of it is the Distinguished and Distinct Gentlemen Social Club. And I know probably foundationally, many of you probably already thinking that, we talking about a strip joint. No, this is not a strip club, which is kind of actually unfortunate because the motto actually is a reference to the original gentlemen clubs in Great Britain. When they started gentlemen clubs, these were men with stature. These were men of standard, men of likeness, and men of class. And so really, I really want to just kind of reinstitute this whole idea of a gentleman's club being around a group of young men who've got the same mindset, not necessarily representing just everybody that you see on television, but someone who's got class, someone who's got character, someone who they don't demand respect, but their lifestyle demands respect. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, the one thing I love about the mayor, even while I was telling this whole story, as I looked at him, I didn't even have to hear what he had to say, but him standing up there and what he represented spoke loud, spoke volumes. Another statement I heard from somebody else is that who you are should speak so loudly, what you say, I can't hear it. And that's really what it comes down to. That's really kind of the business that we're in. I apologize, I kind of sided and kind of jumped back in, so y'all have to forgive me. But like I said, the title is Distinguished Gentlemen's Club. What is that Distinct Gentlemen's Club? It is a life development and life enhancement organization that focuses on utilizing available resources to assist young men in the process of 1, restoring a positive reputation, 2, rebuilding and earning self-respect, and 3, establish a right-standing attitude from and towards people and themselves. So with that, the overall mission is to ultimately transform the lives of ordinary young men into gentlemen, like I said, of class, character, with a sense of camaraderie. I love what Travis said as far as a support of this. He said, you really want to build young men who are respected by all and respectful of all. The business structure, like I said, is not necessarily duplicated as the majority of the businesses that you guys are building, but really I'm going the nonprofit route. Like I said, because this is a business as far as developing programs and services that will actually assist these young men as far as where they are. I represent a generation of young men who are totally neglected, and we really have to focus in on our growth based off what we see on television. or based off whoever gives us a hand. And so really, if anything, it's more of a big brother sister club. You know, that's what it comes down to. And so with this gentleman's club, let me see if I can go to the next slide. All right. With the Gentleman's Club, this includes the introductory course called The Gentleman's Journey. This is really the core of this whole organization, The Gentleman's Journey. This basically has a program that, first off, teaches the young men about manners and sophistication. Number 2, it teaches the young men about confidence, not cockiness. Number 3, it teaches them about style, dealing with their appearance. Number 4, chivalry, the art of being courteous and being on your best behavior. And number 3, the last one, integrity, being a young man of integrity. Now in transition, before I even actually can try to assist anybody else, I realized first I had to check myself, which goes into our experience with the whole Colors program, now, which I really enjoyed it. There was the green, who was the logical types, which was Travis. Brian, his brother, who was just the guru of everything. They just kind of had everything together. The orange, which seems to be the person who's always doing, always moving, just, you know, always going. And then there was the blue, passionate person who was just so sensitive about your feelings and say, how are you doing? Are you enjoying that meal and everything okay? Do you have enough water? And that's the kind of guy that I was. I was a blue person. Now, blue is not necessarily a negative. They're passionate, they're confident, they're on fire because they got ideas, and let's just do this, and let's just help as many people as possible. But we're not logical. We don't think about, you know, the things that we need to do to get this thing started. And so I realized learning how to identify my strengths, but at the same time not allow my weaknesses to stop what's in my heart, the dream and passion that I have. So with that, it's harnessing the passion, but also learning how to connect with somebody who fills the void that I'm missing. So I guess if any words to some of the young entrepreneurs, don't just focus in on what you can offer, but connect with somebody else who can offer something that you can't offer. Because that's really the overall success, whatever business or organization that you're building with. It's not just based off of one person who's just driving this bus, but everybody else has an idea. We know exactly where we're going. We know exactly what time to get there. We know which freeway to get there, and so forth and so on. So it's connecting with a team who's passionate about the same thing and has an idea and a mission on how to get there, goals and objectives. So those are the true colors. Like I said, I was blue. I'm more of a passionate person, but learning how to connect with someone who's a gold, I think will benefit this organization. I had the opportunity to actually have a meeting with some of these organizations. Once again, quick side note, I gotta appreciate you, Travis. He really has pushed me to go forward and really just get on the ball and stop sleeping and really just get in the game. I got a chance to connect with Ola. I'm still in the process of connecting with the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA. I made the mistake in thinking that I could actually start up something brand new, when why not connect with an organization that already has something similar to this? It blew my mind, because I always thought, you know, you should always try to bring something brand new to the table, when actually something has already been put on the table and they're willing to help somebody else to do something on the same level. And that was a mistake that I made. I connected with them. Ola actually had a similar program, but they were willing to connect with me and really help harness the dream that's been in my spirit, in my stomach. And so, as another encouragement, I guess I'm encouraging everybody else, is that don't get discouraged by the lack of tools or resources that you don't have, but connect with someone who has some type of experience. If they don't know, they can connect you with somebody who does know. Right. And so I gotta appreciate, once again, for everyone who's here, who has, you know, played a part in that. What different type of marketing and media I've been using? Obvious, for all of us, we go on Facebook, MySpace. I understand you cannot be successful without having some type of connection with any social marketing or media. So I have MySpace, there's Facebook, there's the Ning.com, and just about everything else. And I appreciate you, Karina, who actually, you know, helped shine the light on that. Really, success is dependent on your connection with that. And last but not least, there was a question of competition. I love the fact that the model that I'm running with is, it's not based off of competition, but really on what I consider cooperation. It's learning how to connect with someone who can see through the same scope as you, someone who can see through the same lens as you. If there's any type of connection that I have connected with this group of, this organization called DG for Life, which basically started off with developing something for the young ladies. They just opened up a chapter for the young men. I talked to the individual. I told her I'm interested in doing something similar in Long Beach. Is there any way you can help me? She said, of course. Give me a call. She actually gave me her cell phone number so I can connect with her next week. So another side note, as far as encouragement, don't be afraid to step out and push yourself to the extreme. Put yourself in a position where you may be uncomfortable, but the question is, how passionate are you to really get this thing on the ball? How passionate, how desirous are you to get this thing running? Because at the end of the day, the benefit is not just for you, but also your consumers, also your customers, and everybody who's going to get connected to this. So I connected with them. We're going to somehow actually build a merge between my organization, their organization, and it looks like it's going to be an awesome thing. So as y'all can say, I'm really passionate about what I do.
Thank you so much.